Hey YouTube, I'm back. I was gonna read more Black History people in that last video, but it just got to the point where my stomach was hurting. I don't know what there was. I guess when I eat certain stuff, it gets to a point where some of it make my stomach hurt. I don't know what's the ingredients in certain stuff, but most of the time my stomach will start hurting or things start acting funny the night, like moments after I ate it. But for some reason, I was fine all last night. Then today, it got to a point where kept felt like I had to go to the bathroom, and I kept holding it, ignoring it, and then it got to a point where I get the stomach pains again, the lower back pains, and I rush to the toilet, and as I'm sitting on the toilet, it gets to a point where it's hurting even more. Hopped in the shower, came out, sat in the room. The next thing I know, still felt like I had to go to the bathroom. And I hate when that happens because once you get in the shower, you feel like everything is done. You want to be fresh, clean, whatever. But it always happens like after you get a shower, then you end up still having to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it feel a little better. I actually just got finished eating. So I feel a little bit better than I did. But that's beside the point of why I decided to get back on YouTube after I done told y'all my stomach was hurting. I ain't feel like reading no more. So, as we all know, it is Black History Month, and I wanted to do some Black History related videos. Um, Not just with reading articles and stuff like that. Um, I wanted to continue doing reviews for stuff like y'all know I love doing reviews for mannequin heads and wigs and all types of stuff. So I just been looking around, just pretty much just internet searching, not really buying anything because I ain't got no money to buy anything. But I just been looking around at stuff that I thought was cute, and I done screen shared and showed y'all a lot of things that I will want in the future. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, and I'm still undecided as to what I want to do on YouTube next. Um, Speaking of Black History Month, it is Trayvon Martin's 29th birthday. Um, I'm pretty sure everyone who watched my channel should know who he is. Um, He was in Florida, I believe, visiting family when he did a late night trip to the store by himself. And as he was trying to return uh back to his family house or whatever the case may be, he was shot and killed by George Zimmerman. They got into a little altercation. Um which led to George Zimmerman shooting Trayvon, and he died. He had no weapons on him. All he had was he was wearing a hoodie and I guess some sweatpants or whatever. And all he had was a Arizona. He had a watermelon flavored Arizona. I mean, a lot of people were saying that it was iced tea because they didn't want it to be a racist thing when it comes to watermelon. but he had a bottle of watermelon flavored Arizona drink, and he had a pack of Skittles. That's all he had. And George Zimmerman ended up shooting him, which killed him. So yeah, today will be his 29th birthday. Big heavenly happy birthday shout to him. My condolences continues to go out to the family, friends, and people who knew and loved him. Um, Big shout out to his mom. She ended up following me on Instagram. So big shout out. Um, as a matter of fact, since this is birthday, let's pay homage to him because I am wearing a hoodie. So I guess we could do that real quick before I get into what I really wanted to get into. This is a picture of him. It says Trayvon at avitation camp. Huh? It says Martin at the experience aviation. I mean Avation. Excuse me. Camp in 2009. All right. Hopefully this ain't a lot of reading because the last one was a lot of reading. Oh yeah, this might be a lot of reading. I'm gonna try to get through it because, like I said, this is his birthday, and I do want to pay homage to all Black History events and stuff like that. Trayvon Benjamin Martin, February 5th, 1995, passed away February 26th, 2012. Was a 17-year-old African American from Miami Gardens, Florida, who was fatally shot in Sanford, Florida, by George Zimmerman, a 28-year-old Hispanic American. Martin had accompanied his father to visit his father's fiancee at her townhouse at the retreat at Town Lakes in Sanford on this evening of February 26th. Martin was walking back to his fiance's home from a nearby convenience store. Zimmerman, a member of the community watch, saw Martin and reported him to the Stanford police as suspicious. Several minutes later, an altercation happened and Zimmerman fatally shot Martin in the chest. Pause. Now, when it comes to Trayvon's story, I pretty much I pretty much can relate to certain stuff because I've had moments where I'll be doing late night walks by myself. And I'm always wearing a hoodie. I've been wearing a hoodie for years. I love wearing a hoodie. My hair could be done. I could be dressed up to par. And for some reason, I just love putting on a hoodie. And a lot of people will make a place like it's too hot. Why you always got a hoodie on? Why you always cover yourself up? That's just something I like to do. I like to wear a hoodie. And most of the time I wear a hoodie because I know I'm be around a lot of people I don't care for, don't like, or I don't know, and I just like to hide myself. And yeah, people like see you just walk around in a hoodie all the time and stuff like that. They always think a black man in a hoodie is suspicious. So I can only imagine what Trayvon went through that night. He was gunned down. Zimmerman was injured during the altercation with Martin. I bet the hell he was. You should have left that boy alone. He said he shot Martin in self defense. Bullshit. And was not charged at the time. The police said there was no evidence to refute his claim of self defense, and Florida's stand your ground law prohibited them from arresting or charging him. And I see Florida turn to Mississippi. What's up with this stand your ground law any damn way? First of all, this case shouldn't be considered some stand your ground because Trayvon wasn't even bothering him. He was just walking back to his dad's fiance house. I don't know where this stand your ground law crap came from. And that's one of the main reasons why I wouldn't really want to go to Florida. I mean, I got family out there that I want to see, but I just feel like being in Florida, I will always have to watch my back. I was a little nervous in Atlanta when I went. And I only went to Atlanta for 2 days. After national media focused on the incident, Zimmerman was eventually charged and tried, but a jury acquitted him of second-degree murder and manslaughter in July 2013. And I'm pretty sure y'all could guess it right. It was an all-white jury. Following Martin's death, rallies, marches, and protests were held across the United States. In March 2012, thousands of students at his high school held a walkout in support of him. An online petition calling for a full investigation and prosecution of Zimmerman garnered 2.2 million signatures. Also in March, the media coverage surrounding Martin's death became the first story of 2012 to be featured more than the presidential race, which was underway at the time. A national debate about racial profiling and stand your ground laws ensued. The governor of Florida appointed a task force to examine the state's self defense. What the hell? Laws. Martin's life was scrutinized by the media and bloggers. The name Trayvon was tweeted more than 10 million times. Then what? Excuse me, 2 million times in the 30 days following the shooting. More than 1,000 people attended the viewing of his remains the day before his funeral. It's a lot of people who do that. They do the viewing first. Yeah, I know it's a lot of people do that. They do a viewing first, like, because sometimes they want a private funeral for just family and friends and those who really knew him. And then sometimes they do a viewing first. And then I guess during the funeral, they do another viewing just in case, like, they do a viewing for everyone that come early. And then if you didn't see the viewing in the beginning, like before they close the casket and take the casket out for burial or cremation or whatever, they do a second viewing for all those who probably came late. Or I think the second viewing is for like the main family. I don't know. My family, they done stuff like that. Um, which was held on March 3rd in Miami. He was buried in Day Memorial Park, North in Miami. A memorial was dedicated to Martin at the Goldsboro West Side Historical Museum, a Black History museum in Sanford, in July 2013. The crazy thing about it is I was still in school around this time, and I really don't. And the crazy thing about it is I don't remember this story. Yeah, I was still in school in 2012, and I don't remember speaking about it in school. Not that I know of. I'm shocked. Oh, so much. Hold on, y'all. All right. I hate when I put something somewhere and then I end up losing it. I need to go to CVS or somewhere and get me another frame for these glasses because like I told y'all in the previous video, my original glasses that I should be wearing, the things that go behind my ear, they broke off. So now I'm gonna have to take these to CVS or Rite Aid and whenever I could get some money, and I'm gonna have to get me some frames that kind of look like these and just take the glass things out and put them in the new frames. And then I need a case so that way when I'm sleeping or whatever, or not wearing my glasses, I could put them in there, say, so the handle things that go behind my ears don't get broken off again. And what happened was I was wearing them and then I fell asleep and probably was rolling over my sleep and they broke off. Martin was born in Miami, Florida, and attended both Norland Middle School and Highland Oaks Middle School in North Miami-Dade County, Florida. He attended Miami Carroll City High School in Miami Gardens for his freshman and sophomore years. At the time of the shooting, Martin was a junior at Dr. Michael M. Crop Senior High School in North Miami-Dade. Martin was born in 1995 in Miami, Florida, to Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin, who divorced in 1999. At the time of the shooting, Fulton was a program coordinator for the Miami-Dade Housing Authority, and Tracy Martin was a truck driver. They lived near each other in Miami Gardens. Martin's older maternal half brother, Javarius, is that how you pronounce his name? How you pronounce that? Jahava, Jahavarius? I don't want to mess his name up. I don't know how. Now, Fulton was a college student at the time who would later testify in the Zimmerman trial. How you pronounce his name? I'm gonna have to watch a video with him in it from the trial to pronounce his name right. The crazy thing about it is I had the Trayvon Martin book on Kindle, but something happened to that Amazon account, and everything that I had on Kindle got erased, and I can't get none of my books back. Shame, right? After being divorced, Martin's father married Alicia Stanley, who had two daughters from a previous marriage. They met when Martin was about 3 years old and were together for about 14 years. Stanley told CNN's Anderson Cop, Cooper that before she and Tracy separated, Martin was with her 90% of the time, and that she went to all his football games and took care of him when he was sick. She said that Trayvon was a kind and loving person, not a thug as the media portrayed him. Of course they would. The media is always waiting till somebody died, then digging in their backstory and trying to find every nook and cranny to portray them as something that they actually weren't. Two-faced bastards. Anyway, when Martin was 9 years old, he pulled his father, who had been what? In my plies? Is that how you say that? By burns to the legs out of a fire in their apartment, saving his life. Mart, damn. Martin enjoyed sports video games. He watched cars, babysat, and cut grass to earn his own money. Martin had played football at a park since he was 5 years old, and his team was coached in part by his father. Another Martin former football coaches said Martin had been one of the best players on the football team, the Wolverines, that played at Foronzo Park in Miramar, Florida. Martin played for the Wolverines from ages 8 to 13 and sometimes sat out because his father benched him because he messed up in school. During his years in high school, Martin volunteered at Foronzo Park, working in the concession stand. Concession stand, sometimes staying until 8 or 9 p.m. Before going home, Martin's former football coach said he was a shy child and always walked with his hoodie and headphones on, listening to music. Exactly. I mean, I can relate, and I know people who could relate. Always wearing a hoodie with their headphones on, or just listening to music and vibing out. And sometimes it's just be like you don't like being around people, so you try to block yourself out and be your own person. And if wearing a hoodie and putting your earphones in is something you do, then that's you. I do that all the time. When I go outside my neighborhood walks, I'm usually wearing my jacket or wearing a hoodie, and I got music downloaded on my phone, or I go to YouTube, put my earphones on, and I just vibe out and just take my walk up until I feel like coming back in the house. Um, Martin's cousin, Stephen Martin, who had been in the park telling jokes with Trayvon the night before his death, said that he and Trayvon had been like brothers growing up. He recalled that Trayvon had been very skilled at assembling, repairing, and riding pocket bikes and dirt bikes. M- Miriam Martin, Trayvon's aunt and Stefan's mother said her nephew had often stayed over visiting her family. She also said that Trayvon was fond of wearing a hoodie. It would be 100 degrees outside, and he always had his hoodie on. That's the same thing people said about me. I didn't care. I stayed wearing the hoodie. It would get to a point where people would ask me to walk them to the store or go somewhere with them, and I would always want to wear my hoodie, and they like, it's too hot, you ain't going. I'm like, well, shit, don't ask me to go then. But at the end of the day, if you can't accept me for who I am, leave me the fuck alone, because I'm the one to wear my hoodie. And still to this day, what I do, wear a hoodie. Sometimes like you can't change people. It's like some people just feel comfortable wearing a hoodie. Martin had wanted to fly or repair airplanes in the mid 2009, enrolled in experienced aviation. Is that the right word? I hope I said it right because I've been mispronouncing words for the longest. A 7-week program in what? Apalaca, Florida, run by award-winning aviator Barrington Irvin. According to Irvin, Martin was a polite youth who reminded me of myself because I had a strong interest in football until I fell in love with aviation. After Martin graduated from the program, he spent the next summer as a volunteer helping out new students in the aviation program. According to his parents, Martin had hoped to attend the University of Miami or Florida A&M University. This is a picture of Trayvon Martin. If anyone was curious to know what he looked like, if you haven't heard the story and don't know who he is, and what is he doing in the picture? Wearing a hoodie. Updated personal photo of Trayvon Martin wearing a hoodie as a teenager. This image was displayed by protesters and sold by merchants on hoodies, t-shirts, and keychains, prompting the family to trademark slogans using his name. When Martin started high school, his goal of playing professional football was put aside in favor of a career working with airplanes. Martin attended Carroll City High School in Miami Gardens for his freshman year and most of his sophomore year. before he transferred to Crop High School in North Miami-Dade in 2011. While in his first year at Carol City, Martin attended classes in the mornings at the high school and then went to George C. Baker Aviation School for the rest of his school day. Martin's ninth grade teacher, who taught him 3 classes in aerospace technology at the Baker Aviation School, said he was a normal student, well behaved, who passed all his classes. According to another teacher at Carroll City, math was his favorite subject, and she said she never saw Martin show disrespect. Some students at Carroll City compare Martin's death to that of Emmett Till, one of the nation's most infamous civil rights cases. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you know who Emmett Till was. He is a 14-year-old from Chicago who was brutally beaten, shot, and killed for allegedly whistling, flirting, and sexually assaulting a white woman by the name of Carolyn Bryant. He was killed in Mississippi after going to a store to get some candy with cousins. And pretty much like the Trayvon Martin case, all white jewelry, killer faces no charges, and goes pretty much scot free. Ain't no telling whatever happened to George Zimmerman, although no one really cared. But Martin's mother had him transferred to Dr. Michael M. Crop High School, which was approximately 2,700. I'm reading that wrong. 2,700 students for his junior year. Fulton said that her son had average performance in school and she transferred him because she thought Crop High School was better and she wanted a different environment for him. While a student at Dr. Michael M. Crop High School, Martin had behavioral issues. At the time of the shooting, he was serving a 10-day suspension for having a mar- marijuana pipe in an empty bag containing marijuana residue. He had been suspended twice before for tardiness and truancy and marking up a door with graffiti. The suspension for graffiti was in October 2011 when Martin was observed by a school police officer on the security camera hiding and being suspicious in a restricted area of the school. According to the officer, he later observed Martin marking up the door with WTF, which stands for what the fuck. When his backpack was searched the next day by Miami-Dade school police officer looking for the graffiti marker, an officer found a dozen pieces of women's jewelry, a watch, and a screwdriver that was described by the school police officer as a burglary tool. The jewelry found in his backpack included silver wedding bands and earrings with diamonds. When Martin was asked by the officer if the jewelry belonged to his family or a girlfriend, he said a friend had given it to him. When asked for the name of the friend, Martin declined to provide it. The school police impounded the jewelry and sent photographs of it to detectives at Miami-Dade to investigate it further. No evidence surfaced at the time the jewelry was stolen. An attorney for Martin's family said the parents did not know about the jewelry or screwdriver. Martin was not charged with any crime related to these suspicions and did not have a juvenile record. Martin, known on Twitter by the nickname Slim, with two M's as y'all can see, posts thousands of tweets over a period of months. According to the Miami Herald, Martin tweeted his last message 2 days before he was shot in February 2012. According to a Herald, ugh. Anyway, Martin's digital footprint portrayed him as having a sense of humor and a preoccupation with girls, and sometimes using profanity when discussing sex in his tweets. Martin also enjoyed making jokes on Twitter about street culture and posts YouTube experts from films like Friday and Next Friday, which both made fun of street culture. Martin liked rap music and tweeted about Tupac Shakur, DMX, and Mystical. He often quoted explicit song lyrics in his tweets. Martin's posting sometimes reflected a personal nature of references to Krispy Kreme donuts, ice cream movies, and all night study sessions. The Miami Herald also reported that Martin was not happy at Crop High School. In one of his tweets, he had written, "Would I miss Crop? Hell no, fuck this school. Fuck the lunch, and most of all, fuck the facility. I'm gonna miss some of the students, mostly the babies." I mean, no, he said mainly the babies, my bad. Who wasn't on Twitter and Facebook and stuff cussing in their teenage years? I don't see why was that so important to post. I'm sorry, I don't see what was the importance of that. Okay, what to do? He liked to curse on Twitter and Facebook and MySpace and stuff like that. Who haven't? It was damn 13, 14-year-olds who used to be posting sexual songs on their MySpace page, and I still remember when my around the time MySpace first came out. My older cousin actually made me a page. All of us had MySpace pages. So I don't see why was that so important to try to expose. Okay, what they do? He like the curves. Who don't? Anyway, Craig Martin had pointed out his tattoos. An empty marijuana bag, a photo of Martin with gold grills, and text from his cell phone to claim he had a violent nature and that there was no effort to keep his information from the public. His email and Facebook accounts were hacked by a white supremacist, and selected tweets from his Twitter account were published on a conservative website, the Daily Caller, excuse me. A picture of Martin making an obscene gesture from his account was widely circulated, while pictures from his account of Martin with a birthday cake, fishing with his father, and dressed in a prom suit were not. Racist, ignorant motherfuckers. The website Gawker obtained a screenshot of Martin email account inbox before it was deleted, showing emails referring to said exams and scholarship opportunities. Of course, during Zimmerman's trial, a judge granted defense lawyers access to Martin's cell phone, social media posts, and Facebook and Twitter accounts, saying that the defense team needed to be able to view the evidence for any indications of violent tendencies. Bullshit. It don't matter if he is a violent person. It don't matter what kind of lifestyle Trayvon lived in his teenage years. That Zimmerman was told to do something, he didn't do it. He wanted to do what the hell he wanted to do. So that's why he got his ass whooped. It's just sad that this young man had to die due to him whooping Zimmerman's ass. Some of the cell phone texts the defense wanted to use show Martin had texts about his fights, marijuana use, and guns, and that he had described himself as gangster. Who is this calling me? Hello? Hello? May I ask who's calling? I was about to say, did they fuck up my YouTube video? Calling me. Benjamin Crump, the Martin's family attorney, said whether Martin had worn gold teeth or used an obscene gesture had nothing to do with his death. The judge eventually ruled that Martin's social media posts would not be mentioned during the trial, although his marijuana use would be. Could be. Why? That's what I want to know. The defense did not present any of this information to the jury, and it was not entered into evidence because it's nobody damn business what he did. He was walking from the store to get some snacks, was going back to his dad's fiance house, and was killed by a damn racist. And y'all tried to make it out to be something it wasn't just because he's a black young boy with a vicious past, some good, some bad. And he is walking around with a damn hoodie on. So y'all wanted him to be some type of gangster thug. No matter how he lived his life, that did not make it right for him to be killed. At some how old was he? 17? Friends of Martin who had known him from Highland Oaks Middle School and Carroll City High School and corresponded with him over Twitter said Martin was not prone to violence. One friend said he was the walk away type of guy. He'd rather walk away than fight. She also said that she had never seen Martin's pur- purported grills and did not know he had them until she saw a picture on the news, and that she never saw him in public with them on. Another friend from Twitter who had known him since middle school said he was funny and had liked to joke around and make people laugh. A professor of media law at the University of Florida, Larissa Linsky, said Martin's social media posts should be taken with a grain of salt because they do not necessarily reflect what a teenager was like in person. She said personal line personal may not reflect a true image of who they are, especially with young people. True. Cause I'll be posting random stuff on Twitter that really much I mean that pretty much have nothing to do with me still to this day, and I'm 31. I'll just be talking about stuff that come to mind or stuff that can relate to people that I talk to on a daily basis. It don't mean that I'm going through it. University of Florida criminal law professor Kenneth Nunn said when he was concerned about a person's character, he would look at anything, including what Martin's behavioral traits had been or may have been over time. At the banquet of Associated Press, broadcasters in Florida, Benjamin Crump and Mark O'Mara, Zimmerman defense attorney, both said the role that social media played immediately following Martin's death set as precedent. Is that what they say? Yo, my bad. I know I've been mispronouncing words reading this full ass article. Crump said that social media had given people who normally would have not have a voice in matters like this a chance to engage in the case. O'Mara said the misinformation that was tweeted following Martin's death caused a firestorm that wasn't a full picture. I hate when this happens because I'll be holding my hand a certain way, then it feel like it's getting numb. Or like if I lay a certain way, my arms be getting numb and then they feel like I can't even move them. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what the case may be, but this stuff be irritating. Tracy Martin said he took his son to Sanford to disconnect and get his priorities straight. Martin had been to Twin Lakes several times before with his father and sometimes played football with the kids in the neighborhood. On the night of the shooting, Tracy was out to dinner with his fiancee, Brandy Green, while Tracy and Green's sons stayed at home, watching TV and playing video games. Trayvon went out, walking to a local 7-Eleven store where he brought Skittles candy and an Arizona watermelon drink. As Martin was returning from the store to the Twin Lakes neighborhood, George Zimmerman, a volunteer neighborhood watch person, spotted Martin, who was 5'11" tall and weighed 158 pounds at the time of his death. I'm 5'10" and I'm probably about like I'll say probably 180. I'll say no. I don't know. I right now. I'll say probably like 180 or 190 something. But I know for sure I'm 5'10". Cause I lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. So right now I say that I'm probably like in the like 180 or 190 something. Or at least that's what the doctors tell me, cause I don't know. I'll be feeling like the same, so I don't know if I'm losing or gaining weight. Zimmerman caused Sanford police to report Martin, who he said appeared suspicious. There was an altercation between the two individuals in which Zimmerman shot Martin, killing him. Zimmerman claimed self defense and was eventually charged in Martin's death. On June 10, 2013, Zimmerman's trial began in Sanford, and on July 13th, the jury acquitted him of second-degree murder and of manslaughter charges. Mm, 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 mm. Martin's parents, upset that an arrest had not been made in their son's death, contacted Martin's sister-in-law, an attorney who put them in touch with Benjamin Crump, a civil rights attorney from Tallahassee, Florida. Crump took their case pro bono and retained Natalie Jackson, attorneys familiar with Stanford and Seminole County, who anyway specialize in women's and children's cases to help with the Martin case. On March 5th, Jackson asked Ryan Jolison to help as well. A publicist, Jolison initially approached several national media contacts about covering the shooting. Over the next few days and weeks, the national media started reporting on the shooting, including Reuters, CBS This Morning, ABC World News, and CNN. The Miami Herald reported that in the 30 days following the shooting, the name Trayvon was tweeted more than 2 million times. On March 8th, Kevin Cunningham, a social media coordinator who had read about Martin's death, created a petition on change.org, which became the largest of the website's history a few weeks later in 2.2 million signatures. Cunningham said he started the online petition demanding that authorities prosecute Zimmerman. And when the number of signatures reached 10,000, he transferred the petition to Martin's parents after Change.org contacted him. Cunningham was a media coordinator for Kinder USA, and said he fell in love with social media during the Egyptian revolution and was inspired by the death of Khalid said or Khalid. Oh, I think that's the name. He thought Martin's death would be a similar situation where the death of one person would trigger the re-evolution of society and revolutionize the justice system and the culture. My phone just been buzzing. Hold on. There it go buzzing again. After the death of Martin, the media focus on the case was instrumental in developing a national debate about racial profiling and self-defense laws, and with marches and rallies held across the United States. One of the larger rallies, called the Million and Hoodie March, was held in Manhattan's Union Square in New York City on March 21st. People wore hoodies to symbolize their support for Martin and against profiling used against non-white youth with hoodies. According to Salon, close to 5,000 people attended the march, while other media outlets estimated the supporters to be in the hundreds. Martin's parents spoke at the event, and many of the participants at the event were occupiers who had been evicted the night before from Union Square and returned for the march. This damn phone just won't stop buzzing. Just buzz like a damn bee. At a White House press conference in March, President Obama was asked about the Martin shooting and said, "If I had a son, he would look like Trayvon, and I think his parents, were right to expect that all of us as Americans were going to take this with the seriousness it deserves." Mitt Romney, Republican president, uh, a Republican presidential candidate at the time, said that a full inquiry was needed so that justice could be carried out with impartiality and integrity. The Project for Excellence in Journalism reported in March that media coverage of the Martin case had become the first news story in 2012 to be reported on more than the presidential race. In June, Martin's parents and members of the Second Chance for Short First campaign delivered a petition with 340,000 signatures to the Citizen Safety and Protection Task Force, asking for changes to the stand your ground law in Florida. Governor Rick Scott had established the task force after Martin's death to review and make recommendations. Oh, oh my God. Excuse me. I said that wrong. Recommendations about the law. Florida was the first state to pass the law that allowed an individual who felt threatened to stand their ground. Joel Ann Moreno, a former federal prosecutor who was part of the task force, said it was clear that there was lots of confusion around the statute. Marion Hammer, National Rifle Association of America lobbyist and former NRA president who had helped write Florida's law, said the law was not about one incident and there was nothing wrong with the law. The task force eventually recommended against repealing the statute, saying that Florida residents had the right to defend themselves with deadly force without a duty to retreat if they felt threatened. Stand your ground laws were not used as a legal defense in the trial of George Zimmerman and had no legal role in his eventual acquittal. In March 12, Martin's parents created the Trayvon Martin Foundation, which is dedicated to helping families that have lost children to gun violence. Martin's parents and their legal team enlisted the Public Relations Service of the TASC group to manage media attention around Martin's death and Zimmerman's subsequent trial. In an interview with New York Times columnist Charles Blow in June, Martin's mother was asked about the text recovering from her son's cell phone, which appeared to show the boy who used marijuana was involved in fights and had a handgun. She said that she was skeptical about the truthfulness of those claims and didn't know if they were real or not. She just wanted the world to remember him as just an average teenager, somebody that was struggling through life, but nevertheless had a life. Publications, celebrities, musicians, civil rights leaders, and citizens all expressed their opinions on every form of media following the acquittal of Zimmerman. 4 days after the acquittal, a group calling themselves the Dream Defenders began a sit in at the Florida State Capitol to force a special legislative session on Florida's Stand Your Ground law. After 31 days, the occupation of the Capitol ended without a special session being called. A group of Martin supporters walked from Jacksonville, Florida, to Sanford to highlight what they believe were injustices concerning Florida's Stand Your Ground law. The 6-day walk was called the Walk of Dignity and ended in a community forum being held in the dedication of the Trayvon Martin Memorial at the Goldsboro West Side Historical Museum in Stanford. In Los Angeles, California, in the area of the garden at Crenshaw High School, Martin what? Excuse me, was dedicated to Martin in celebration of the 50th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. A march was also held at the dedication to teach students how to express their First Amendment rights while standing their ground for youth civil rights, according to the school. In July, President Obama made comments about the death of Martin after the acquittal sermon. He said, I think it would be useful for us to examine some state and local laws to see if they were designed in such a way that they may encourage the kinds of altercations and confrontations and tragedies that we saw in the Florida case, rather than diffuse potential altercations. He stated that the African American community is also knowledgeable that there is a history of racial disparities in the application of our criminal laws, everything from the death penalty to enforcement of our drug laws. It was during these remarks when President Obama said Trayvon Martin would have been me 35 years ago. On July 19, 2014, Crenshaw High School in Los Angeles was scheduled to hold a peace walk and peace talk hosted by Martin's parents, Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin. On May 30th, 2017, Martin received a bachelor's degree in Iran what? Aeronautical science from Florida Memorial University in honor of the steps he took during his young life toward becoming a pilot. Martin parents accepted the award for their son. In January 2017, Martin parents under Penguin Random House published a book about Martin's life and death entitled Rest in Power, The Enduring Life of Trayvon Martin. In October 2020, a street in front of the Dr. Michael M. Crop High School in Miami that Martin attended was named Trayvon Martin Avenue. All right, y'all. So that's the end of the long article. I apologize if I was mispronouncing words and taking forever to try to get through this article. But like I said, this is the biography of Trayvon Martin. He will be 29 years old. Today is his birthday. Happy heavenly 29th birthday. My condolences continues to go out to the family, friends, and all those who knew and loved him. So I just wanted to take the time to pay a happy birthday tribute to Trayvon Martin. Since it is Black History Month, and I stopped the video earlier before I could even get to reading more people other than Dorothy Dandridge. So I decided to put this in this video. Um So yeah, other than that, I keep seeing these on Amazon, but I keep seeing these with the brown eyes, but I like this eyes one a little better. The hell? Yeah, this one cute. And the crazy thing about it is, I mean, I done told y'all this many times before, but I keep seeing this one. I see, and the crazy thing about it is, this is what's going on with these companies now. So a lot of companies like when it comes to these companies that make mannequin heads, right? A lot of these companies is claiming that they own the whole mannequin head or whatever the case may be. But then you end up going on TikTok or YouTube or whatever the case may be, and you will see a whole company that's selling the same mannequin with the same mold, hair texture, and everything. There's a lot of companies in I guess they African companies or whatever the case may be. But I've seen this the same exact mannequin on TikTok, and some African company is selling this mannequin for like two strand twists and doing dreadlocks and stuff like that. This light skinned mannequin right here. I see this I mean, this same mannequin is on Amazon, it's on Alibaba, and then they got different eye colors. You get the green eye color, brown eye color, and whatever else. This is supposed to be Josephine Baker. Now, the crazy thing about it is, I don't want to sound like I'm being racist, but this is not Josephine Baker's skin tone. She is actually a lighter tone woman. But then some say that she was dark skinned and bleached her skin in order to fit in with this whole brown paper bag thing. I don't know how true that was, but from pictures I seen, she was a lighter skin tone woman. And yes, she used to wear her short hair in like finger waves and curls and stuff. Her makeup was heavy. She wore thin eyebrows. Yeah, they saying this is supposed to be Josephine Baker. This is something else I seen on TikTok from Pop's Glam. I'm sorry, but this face mode does not look like Beyonce at all. I guess they tried their best with trying to get this doll to look like Beyonce from the Renaissance or but it I don't know. They did a good job with the outfit because she does have like black gloves with painted nails on her outfit. The outfit and the shoes and the glove, and I guess they did a good job with the hair, but I just don't understand why they ain't use the mold of the Beyonce doll. It says art inspired by Beyonce Renaissance World Tour. And this is located in Poway, California by Pop Glams. Now, why chair gotta be the lowest price? I mean, I said chair, I mean chair gotta be the lowest price one. No, J Lo is. You got, let me see. He got Beyonce Renaissance. He got Madonna, Britney Spears, Whitney Houston, Cher, The Nanny, J Lo, Kim Kardashian, Wednesday Adams, Britney Spears, Jessica Rabbit, a Victoria's Secret model, and a Barbie doll plate. He'd been better off working with Tiny Dolls and Tiny Dolls, the only ones that I know got Beyonce face mode right, depending on what look. This Whitney Houston one is kind of cute, but it really gives me Gail King. This J Lo one is cute, but it don't look like J Lo to me. All right, y'all. This one is kind of cute, but the thing with these is you just never know which can be synthetic hair and which is human hair. Cause you'll buy one, and they be telling you that it's damn human hair, and then you try to do certain stuff with it, and you'll fuck it up. But this do like some thick hair just by the way this picture look. And what it say? It says 100% mannequin hair, human hair with 47 mannequins stand tripod, 20 hair. So I'm guessing the hair is 20 inches in the mannequin tripod. 47. But it come in a box like that. It comes with whatever this little hair curler thingy, whatever that is. Or I guess that's for like putting beads on braids. I think. Then it comes with rubber bands. And it comes with the tripod stand and the table clamp. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing this is human hair because now they're showing you that you could dye it. Okay. Oh yeah, so you get so you get the mannequin, you get a hair comb, you get a table clamp, you get whatever this little thing is, you get rubber bands. Okay. Olive oil. Hmm. Curling, straightening, braiding, cutting, hair setting. What the? I'm getting sleepy. Okay. Not bad. You could get. Well, I already got a tripod stand. So I could get a mannequin head to come with a table clamp and a tripod stand for $40.99. Then you could get another tripod stand, which is $34.98. And then the airflow texture mannequin for $39.98. And all of that would be $119.96. Yep, you get these two mannequins and their tripod. And the great thing about it, this mannequin comes with a tripod and a table clamp. This mannequin don't. So that tripod would be for this mannequin. Mm. This one come with her own. I don't like these ones because I got one before and that shit was shutting all over the place and that shit was itching. Whatever y'all do, like if you know how to man chair, then do you. If you're a professional, then that's your choice. But me personally, you gonna need you a hair vacuum or something, cause when you get white hair, most of it should be goat hair and shit. It shed too fucking much, and that shit be itching. It's like dog hair. It be getting all over your clothes and everything, and it be itchy as hell. I remember one time I got one. Well, I had about like a few of them, but I got this one. I think they said it was camel hair, synthetic fiber, and human hair. That shit stink. That shit really smelled like a goddamn farm or zoo. That shit was stinking. Soon as I grabbed that joint out the box, I ran right to the bathroom. My cousin probably was mad because I used her shampoo, but I don't care because when I used to put shampoo in there, she used to use mine. I only used a little bit anyway, but I swear that shit was stinking. Out of all the times I done bought mannequin heads and all types of shit, I never smelled nothing like that. That shit was whamming. Now I done had some that smelled like a basement, and basements do be stinking, but no. When I got that camel hair, that shit really, really stunk. So I'm not sure about this one, but I could tell that this is white hair, so I'm pretty sure it's definitely going to shed. Crazy thing about it, this one ain't even got no damn reviews. So I say ain't nobody buying it. Or maybe they just ain't put a review for it. Oh hell. They got a premium male mannequin. What the fuck? What the fuck? You black bitch. Kiss my ass. You black bitch. You pink motherfucker. This one would be cute. But the thing about male mannequin heads is I don't like the fact that I don't like the long sideburns. You know what? I'ma just put this in the cart because that one look kind of cute. Even though it do kind of look like one I had before. And damn, this one ain't never got no fucking review. Ain't that about a bitch? I'm getting drowsy. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting sleepy. Like I really feel tired. And the crazy thing about it is it ain't nothing but what 6:40. I feel like I'm about ready to say fucking go to sleep. Fuck it all. Your bald here, bitch. It's the skin tones for me. Why the hell y'all ain't got this as a female mannequin? Then this might be synthetic hair. They always have some human hair bullshit. Yeah, I'll probably get this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save it. I'm gonna have to save that one, this one for later. I'm gonna put you in the save for later and just look at this Afro one and these two for now. My head is itching. Yeah, this one says a premium male Kazatachi mannequin here for barbers. 100% human hair, perfect for precision cutting and styling, ideal for Kazatachi. Yeah, this one ain't bad. It's kind of cute. So it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you and obviously you. Y'all two from Amazon. Yep, this one and that male one from Amazon. And yeah. And all three items will be $113.96. It's the nose for me. And why the hell they do the mouth like that? That look weird. Yeah, this one is kind of cute. I'm gonna end up getting this one. Well, YouTube, that's all, folks. I'm about to get off of here. Talk to y'all next time. Yeah, pink